Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mystic Kingdom. Today we are building the guest services building. So this is a building that is going right on our main street that you can see here, right near the Central Plaza. And honestly, this video is not really sped up that much. It's sped up to about 2 times speed. The people look like they're moving light speed because I have the game at the max speed setting. The challenge for this month, I guess, in franchise mode here in Planet Coaster 2 is to make as much money in your park as possible. So I've been running this at the fastest speed, and I've gotten to about $1 million, just over that, as of recording this. So we're not doing too bad, but we're building here the guest services building again, like I said, and this is very much inspired by the sort of Grand Floridian at Magic Kingdom. Or really technically not at Magic Kingdom, sort of in that general area of, I forget the name of the lake where all those hotels are. But this is sort of the vibe that I'm going with here. I've been looking a lot at the Mainstreet of Magic Kingdom, both physically going to the park and also online, and sort of trying to come up with the best means of creating this, of recreating that sort of Main Street feel there. So again, what you can see me doing here is I'm copying over a lot of the stuff that I've used for the other buildings, the HVAC system up above with the wooden pillars that I've been using spanning across. You know, sometimes you go to nice restaurants and stuff like that, and they'll have these wood beams or sometimes metal I-beams up above and the sort of rafters there of that building. I always like that look, so I wanted to do that with a lot of these buildings here. We may go back and change a lot of that, but I'm not fully convinced on the painted brick. I used it for that red building that I have on Main Street, which if you haven't seen that building and you can't see it in any of these shots here, go to the first video that I posted of this series, and you'll be able to see it there. I just realized watching this that I messed up the pathing there. I placed it, and no wonder, everybody is clipping through that wall. I was wondering why. So I'll have to go back through and fix that here. But yeah, I'm just extending out the rafters up top. A lot of this is going to get covered up, but the inside of this building is pretty bare. And again, that's kind of on purpose, kind of not, because I don't really know what to put in these buildings. Let me know in the comments what you think should go in these buildings. If you've been to Magic Kingdom or anything like that, feel free to let me know what you've seen in there. I know there's probably a lot of potted plants and seating and stuff like that, so maybe we'll add that, maybe we won't. What I'm doing here is I'm adding these fake windows. Really wish that they would give us glass pieces, and as of recording this, they just came out with a update, a worded update, not an actual update to the game, on what they're going to be releasing in December to update the game. And I believe one of those, I haven't watched Rudy's video on it yet, but I believe one of those is glass pieces, which is pretty exciting if that's true. Again, I'll have to see. Maybe we'll go back and revise some of these, but these are really not meant to be real buildings and real windows in and of themselves. Again, if you've been to Magic Kingdom or any parks like that, you know that a lot of this is a facade. So when you go in these buildings, they don't have doors on their fronts of the buildings, which again, I'm sort of mirroring here with all of these buildings on this Main Street, not having doors, having easy access for the guests to go in and out of these buildings as they please. And it's a lot of fun watching this park, especially when it rains, because this is a tropical map. People rush to this guest services building after it's finished to buy umbrellas. We also have a drying station in here where people can dry off themselves because Frontier didn't add towels. It's a weird choice, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat. So what I'm doing here is I'm scaling down these windows to sort of fit within the profile of this. Again, it's not exactly right here, the scaling of it, but it's so nice to have a scaling tool in a Planet game finally. But also by scaling down these windows on this second level sort of does something that we will be doing quite a bit in this series. Again, I've said that this is a Magic Kingdom inspired park. One of the things that they do very, very well in those parks is forced perspective. If you don't know what forced perspective is, basically it's where you're forcing your brain to think or perceive something a certain way because of the way something is. So what that basically means is that by making the windows smaller on the second level, it forces your brain to think that the building is a lot higher up than it actually is. You could probably see that in the thumbnail a little bit, but I've posted some pictures to Reddit, link down below to where you can get to my profile on there and see that. And hopefully you can kind of see that forced perspective there. You can see it a little bit more in the other buildings where I've made those windows purposefully a lot smaller. Again, I might go back through and redo that here and make those windows a lot smaller on this building. But this one thing that we're going to be doing quite a bit here on this channel when it comes to Planet Coaster 2 is using that forced perspective both with size but also color. I didn't really do that with this. I'm waiting till we start to build our castle. Again, I said in that first episode that we may wait to build the castle until they come out with some sort of fantasy or fairy tale inspired pack or DLC there. So we'll wait and see. I might play around and see if I can at least start something of a castle. But that's one thing that they do in Magic Kingdom, again, very well, is the castle, if you've ever been there and you notice, the colors get lighter as you go up. I remember listening to Joe Rohde, however you pronounce his name. He's a very famous Disney Imagineer. He was pivotal in constructing the world of Pandora and Animal Kingdom. Also, he did things like the Expedition Everest ride, also at Magic Kingdom. A lot of his stuff is at Magic Kingdom, but he's worked on other things in the past. Fun fact, I actually believe that he works now at Virgin Galactic, which is pretty cool, at their Spaceport America, I believe is what it's called. But anyway, he talked about one time in an interview about how the forced perspective, if you paint something a lighter color as it's higher up in the air, regardless of how high it is, if you have a darker color below and a lighter color up top, if you're a painter, this is going to sound very familiar to you, but that lighter color up top actually makes your eye and your brain think that something is further away or higher up than it actually is. And they do this in all of the Disney parks there. So that's something that we're going to be doing, is we're going to be playing with those colors to try to trick your brain if you actually decide to visit this park. Again, one of the cool things that Planet Coaster 2 allows you to do is visit other people's parks. So I'll have at the end of this video the link to, or not the link, the code for my profile, where I believe if you type it in, you can go and find my park. You can find this and go and explore it yourself. You can go walk around, you can ride the rides, and you can take it in and sort of experience this park here in itself. And I think that's really cool. For all of the flack that Planet Coaster 2 has gotten, I know Frontier is listening to the fan base. They want to make this game something that a lot of people will enjoy. And I know that they will do that because I lived Planet Zoo. I was there, from the very beginning of Planet Zoo. I remember playing it and all of the problems that it had, and I know all of the problems that they have fixed. And so I know that they're going to do that here with this game. But as Rudy has said, if you've seen his videos on sort of talking about the potential of this game, and even Delay Designer talked about this a little bit too, of the potential for this game is massive. It's absolutely insane, the stuff that you can do and the stuff that you'll probably be able to do in the future here with this game. I'm super excited for that day when it comes. But for now, we just kind of have to make do with some of the stuff here. And yes, it is frustrating to build. It is not intuitive as much as I would like it to be. But building stuff here, it just kind of is what it is. And I'm sort of rambling here now, but you can see the roof here. Anyway, we'll get back to talking about the build. You can see the roof here is that red with the white building. This sort of gives it that Grand Floridian feel. Again, if you've been to the Magic Kingdom area, if you've ever rode the monorail, that's sort of that vibe that it has. We're going to be building some hotels around this park. Let me know what kind of hotels you would like to see. I think that personally I'm thinking sort of that Polynesian vibe. Again, like they have it at Disney World, that Polynesian hotel. I'm also thinking Wilderness Lodge could be pretty cool. Could also be pretty easy to build. Really what I want to do here with these videos, whether it's Planet Coaster 2 or Prehistoric Kingdom or Planet Zoo, whatever it is, I want to make stuff that is low piece count. That's sort of my building style. I don't like going in with crazy detail. I saw a video that ZSH Plays put out the other day where he was making a Dippin' Dot stand, and this man put the wheels under the cart and it looked incredible. The stuff that he does is insane, but it is not the stuff that I want to do. It's not the stuff that I find fun personally to build that kind of stuff. I like to get things close enough. So a lot of my builds that you'll see here on this channel for all of the games will have stuff be, again, quote unquote, just close enough where it gets the point across, what you're looking at, and it's not overly ridiculously detailed. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm not running a NASA supercomputer here, and I would imagine that at home, you probably aren't either. So what I want to do is give you all stuff that you can use at the end of the day that isn't going to completely bog down your game. I tried to download a couple of things that Yurei has made, and I threw them in this park, just to study them and look at all the details and everything like that with the builds. They're insanely detailed and they're so gorgeous. But when I went to go place them in my park, the game lagged like I have never experienced before. And, part of that is because it is Planet Coaster 2 and there are still some things that need tweaking when it comes to the optimization of things like that. But the amount of pieces that all of these other, YouTube creators use and everything is insane. I think one wall that Yurei made, and Rudy does this too, where they'll custom make roofs and things like that. The only time that you'll ever see me custom make a roof or a wall is if we really truly do not have the pieces or the prefabricated parts to make the things that I want to make. And I know that Rudy and Yurei would say the exact same thing, and ZSH Plays would say the exact same thing, that that's what they're doing. And you know, more power to them. But again, at the end of the day, I want to give you all stuff that you're going to actually be able to use, and you'll be able to enjoy having in your park and won't lag your game. So I hope you enjoy this building. The other two buildings on this main street, again, you'll see a yellow and a blue one. That's the same building, just recolored. So you can do that in your park as well. For those other two building types, the link is in the last video to that. At the end of the video, I believe, we talk about the codes for it. They're there in that video. Feel free to pause. And again, my profile code is here at the end of the video, and you can have that and come see this park, you know, for yourself. You can see the other stuff that I've downloaded to the workshop. So we're wrapping up here towards the end of the video, and I want to just take a moment again to say thank you for watching, and thank you for, you know, being here. There's a million things that you could have been doing today, and you chose to take a little bit of your time and spend it here watching me build a silly little building in Planet Coaster 2. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it here, and I'm going to let the video play out here at the end.